Thousands of years ago, great minds succeeded in creating incredible technologies that were ahead of their time, like a fire that couldn't be put out with water, an unbreakable medieval sword, and even an ancient computer from 2 centuries BC. You'd be surprised to find out what crazy inventions were made a long time ago that science still can't explain these days. If you're ready to learn more about these ancient inventions and more, then keep looking. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, folks, because we're cooking up some really nice things for you to digest every single day. Number 8. The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. Large stone spheres stand today in the middle of the squares, in the gardens and the streets of Costa Rican towns. These are not contemporary sculptures, but objects unearthed by archaeologists. When and how did the sculptors of pre-Columbian Mesoamerican civilization achieve, without sophisticated tools, such smooth spheres? And how were they able to move such heavy structures? What were they used for? So far, we have no answer for this. Number 7. The Roman dodecahedron. The dodecahedron is a polyhedron with pentagonal geometric figure with 12 faces. There are more than 100 that can be found mainly in Gaul and the Rhineland, but also in Brittany, Italy, and Eastern Europe. We still don't know the use of these objects, and many hypotheses circulate, often insisting on the religious character or linked to the divinatory practices particular to the ancient Celtic lands. Number 6. The PHAISTOS discs. The inscriptions on the Cretan disc, which have resisted any decryption for a century, would reproduce a prayer intended for the main deity of the Minoan civilization. The inscriptions on the mysterious PHAISTOS disc may have been partially deciphered, according to 2 Greek and British linguists. However, so far we still can't be sure why these discs were created in the first place. Do you know why? Number 5. Greek fire. Greek fire is an incendiary mixture used by the Byzantines in the 7th century. Attributed to an engineer from Heliopolis in Syria named Kallinikos, this formidable weapon would have had the ability not to go out, even when sprayed with water. Greek fire thus allowed the Byzantines to set fire to the fleets of their enemies, especially during the 10 sieges that Constantinople suffered for nearly 7 centuries, thus ensuring the survival of the empire. Number 4. Iron Pillar of Delhi. The Iron Pillar of Delhi. It measures more than 7 meters high and 50 centimeters in diameter. It weighs nearly 6 tons, and despite the harsh monsoon climate, it never oxidizes. The pillar weighs over 6 tons, was erected by Raja Kumaragupta of the Gupta dynasty, who ruled northern India in the mid-3rd century 535. According to Professor Balasubramanian, the pillar was probably at Udayagiri or Vishnupadagiri in Madhya Pradesh, central India, before reaching its present location. Number 3. The Voynich manuscript. One of the greatest mysteries in cryptology is the 600-year-old Voynich manuscript. Scientists are now using artificial intelligence to try to decode it. The Voynich manuscript is viewed by cryptographers as a coded message, or a coded set of letters. Written in Central Europe in the 15th century, it is barely larger than a modern paperback and is composed of 246 pages bound in vellum. Some page numbers are missing, and everything indicates that it would have been rebound at some point. The order of the pages it presents today may therefore differ from that when it was published. If we are to believe the illustrations, and according to the researchers, the work is divided into 6 chapters: plants, astronomy, biology, cosmology, pharmacy, and recipe. It is probable that this book has a scientific or magical character. Number 2. The ZHANG seismograph. The Chinese attributed the earthquakes to disturbances in cosmic yin and yang, associated with heaven's discontent, a consequence of acts committed by the ruling dynasty. Some speculated on the oracles of the winds, force, duration, and direction in an attempt to understand them. ZHANG, also the inventor of the first hydraulically powered armillary sphere to represent celestial movements, drew on these empirical recipes to present his seismograph to the court of Emperor Yang Jai. Wow, that's really cool, given the fact that he created something that was way ahead of its time and took people years to perfect. Number 1. The Antikythera mechanism. A team of researchers from University College London has just proposed the most advanced digital reconstruction to date of the famous ANTIKYTHERA machine, a small machine from ancient Greece that would have served as a calculator of astronomical positions. A daring job, but which nonetheless remains highly speculative. Preserved in the National Archaeological Museum of Athens, the ANTIKYTHERA machine, supposedly designed around the 1st century BC to calculate astronomical positions, is considered to be the oldest known gear mechanism in the world. It is also, and above all, one of the most mysterious and controversial scientific artifacts. We only know of a single example of this strange bronze craft, the very one found in the wreck of a Roman galley in 1901 by sponge fishermen off the Greek island of southern Peloponnese Antikythera. That's all for today. Don't forget to comment down below your favorite technology from today's video and subscribe for more.